It keeps doing that. It's really annoying. Hello again. Let's start again, shall we? From the beginning when we had a microphone. Hello, Asia. How is everybody doing? We're here for Prove Your Skill number 6, the last, the final, the only one left to go. We're going to be following Team E7. They're about to roll out on Canal against Cam. So I'll tell you what, let's have a quick look at Canal. Now, a lot of people said to me that these weren't working, but I checked them and checked them and checked them. Apparently they do. Anyway, let's have a look. Here's now one of my favourite tour maps I absolutely are we likely to see here. Wow, there have been numerous different strats utilised on Canal. 9 times out of 10, it's all about taking those caps. So from this spawn, it is not uncommon to see them come in and fast cap that B cap. It's also, if they're particularly aggressive, not uncommon to see them get over this bridge and try to get the resets on that C cap and then drop down into the canal itself and push around onto this ridge to make sure that they've got some cover. From this spawn, it's much easier to get over to that A cap. They've got to be careful as they cross here because they can be spotted, and if there are tanks also going to the A cap or even going into that C cap, they can give them a bit of a hard time. Not to worry though, they normally send AMX 50Bs out here and stuff like that. And once they're out here, boy, they can put a lot of pressure onto that C cap area and put a lot of cover down onto the B cap. From the other spawn, well, they generally can go into that C cap, which they do. They've got to be careful of those resets if they come aggressive across the bridge. Once they're done with the C cap, they generally drop down to this ridge line here. That way they're safe. A cap is a lot more traumatic from this spawn, because as you try to get around here, anything on the B cap will spot you, and if there's other tanks going up, you are just going to get roasted. What you generally get, if they want to be aggressive, they drop down into the canal itself, use the cover provided to try and get up behind the B cap and give them a lot of hard times. From this spawn, it's more likely they're going to go to the D cap. They'll go round the outside, round the back, jump into that D cap, and as long as they get D and C first, they will then put their tanks on this ridge line and wait. If they're feeling particularly aggressive, they may stick E5s or something similar on this ridge just to oversee that B cap. Whoever gets the caps first, well, they've got the advantage. They just need to hold and the other side need to push. And that's when it becomes traumatic, because it's a lot easier if you are on this side of the map to push towards that C cap than it is to push towards that D cap. However, if they do have the advantage on this side pushing to C, you're going to incur the wrath of those sat on those ridges. So it all depends what they're going to do. Only time will tell, and it's going to be an exciting, fast-paced game. Canal normally is, and it's normally action-packed. We can only sit and wait and see what they're going to do. Either way, we're going to be in for some amazing gameplay. So as you can see, we've already got the room up, but we've got a bit of time, so let's have a quick flyover of Castilla as well. This is Castilla, or Campstilla as I like to call it. Always an interesting map. Not my favourite on the tour scene, I must admit, and we'll get into that in a moment. What are we likely to see here? Well, this is one of the only maps that we're likely to see a TD. We may get it put on this ridge here, or they may even send a Vickers up onto this ridge here to have a look-see to try and get those spots. It is more common to stick your TD down into this bush, however. That way you get an overview down onto the B, the C, and over onto the other cap, so you get a wide field of vision. It is also not that uncommon to see them sticking a heavy in the form of like an IS-4 or something similar onto this building here, overlooking the B cap. But they've got to be careful because the other side likes sticking a heavy into that bush there for the same reasons. It is not that, you generally see clans pushing around here, not to take the A cap initially, but to get on here, up onto this ridge and get those spots if they can. Then they will then grab the A cap. From the other spawn, well, it's not uncommon to see them taking their E5s, pushing them up and then taking them down this ridge line here on the outside. That way they can put pressure on the A cap. They can also stay hull down and get spots. They have to be careful because the TDs can smack you from the other position. It is also quite noticeable, quite common for them to stick an IS-4, for example, around by this rock. That way they're hull down, their bottom plate is protected, they're protected from the other side from any TDs, and they can get the reset on that A cap. When they start off from this spawn, you will see sometimes them dragging over the top here with their heavy and getting up into that bush position as I showed you earlier. That way they can put some pressure on the B. It's also pretty common to see them take E5s, drop their speed boosts, try and get over this open ground very quickly and get onto this ramp. I have seen clans taking TDs. I saw Loka do it once recently, sticking them on this hill along with a Vickers or even a heavy, getting some spots, and they're able to punish anything that goes up to the castle area there, and they're also able to punish anything that comes down the line. C is one of the most difficult caps here, but it depends what mood they are in. If they want to be super aggressive, I've seen teams take the entire team through the C cap and iron fist them and then rotate towards the B cap. 9 times out of 10 on this map, you generally have 4 minutes of strategic positioning followed by 2 minutes of absolute mayhem, hence the reason why I call it Castilla. Majority of the fighting takes place around the B and the C cap, but it's not uncommon also to see it around this area. Not necessarily the A cap, but up on top. Either way, well, Castilla is an intriguing map, and I'm always intrigued to see and interested to see what strats they're going to utilize. Hopefully it's going to be a good game. So here we go, we're right into the game. Look at that, that was good timing, wasn't it? Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Hopefully you can hear me though. So as you can see, well, we have E7 here. They're on this spot. Let's get up high. Oh, wrong one. Let's get up high. As you can see, we have 7 Rule in a Crown Dragon, Yuri Tart, Crown Dragon, Pink Puffins in the Leo 1, Maddox in an E5, Alex in an E5, Nuggets and Fries in E5, and X Gamma there in a Vickers. Moving over the map, wow, Restart Dio is being very aggressive here in his E5. He's going to get, well, surrounded. He does have Alice Afuro and Mario in support, but it's not enough. He is going to go down, 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 down. Poor old Restart Dio. It's a very aggressive strat. Already E7 have got 2 caps and they're about to take a tank down, and they do. Now they'll get out of there because Alice and Mario are going to be pummeling them. They have got the D cap of Cam 1, but you know, at the end of the day, they are under pressure here significantly. Not going to lie. Already E7, okay, they've lost a bit of HP, what with Nuggets and Fries, Maddox, Yuri's Heart, but they still have the advantage. Oh, now we've got Restart Gaypow, sorry, just Restart is moving in, Noob is also moving in, and WC Gold trying to push onto that B cap. 7 Ruler is there. Maddox is very, very low, and so is Nuggies, but Pink Puffins and the Leo putting good shots in. 7 Ruler may go down though, although they look like they want to push onto Maddox more. Noob Restart, well, he's being pressured, but Maddox is being really pressured here. Absolutely pressured. Restart in the IS-4 there. Well, he takes down Maddox, but WC Gold will go down from 7 Ruler, and he does. Points are well in favour of E7 here. Mario is a one-shot. Alice is a one-shot. Efi is not a one-shot on the Leo, but he's in a Leo. So Noob Restart is also a one-shot. In the Alex here. Oh, that's a big bounce. Let's move around. 7 Ruler is trying to chase down Alex. Alice. Oh, Alice is just on the top there. Maybe be able to get away with this. Maybe. Pink Puffins in the Leo is also a one-shot. Down goes Noob Restart, and it's down goes Pink Puffins. But Alex and Yuri Tart will be able to push on Ify now. Alice goes down. It's 2 against 2 many. Down it goes. Mario is the last man standing. There he is. And down he goes. Poof. All over. Good game. I mean, it wasn't like they had it all their own way there, because they didn't. Cam putting up a valiant effort despite their incredibly aggressive strat. But, you know, Restart Dio very aggressive where he was. They didn't do too badly, but they did lose, to be fair. They lost the base points, and they lost a tank very early, so it was pretty much downhill from there. However, you know, there was a lot of one-shots on E7, not going to lie. So we're going to switch those spawn points here. This time we will have E7 on the south spawn, Cam on the north spawn. Well, we'll have... Come on. Ready up. Just waiting for the teams to ready up here. We're already into the quarterfinals, by the way. There are not many teams playing. The big one to watch out for today is actually Team ID. Because Team ID, ECG are in 8th spot, but they did not qualify for today. Whereas ID are down in 9th spot, and they do have the opportunity, if they get the cups, to overturn ECG, which will be a shame for ECG, but pretty good for ID. Anyway, Cam have already readied up. We have Alice in an E5, Prime in a mouse, Restart, which one I don't know. Oh, no, just Restart Dio in the IS4, WC Gold in the IS4, Ify in a Leo, a Noob in an E5, and Noob Restart in a T22. Looking at E7. 7 Ruler in a Crown Dragon, Maddox in the E5, X Gamma in the Vickers, Yordi Tart in the TVP, Alex in a Can, Nuggies and Fries in an E5, and Pink Puffins in a TVP. Anyway, as I was saying, I mean, the two danger zones, I mean, I've been looking, and there aren't many other danger areas, to be fair, not getting in the top 8. It's all between ECG and ID, to be perfectly honest with you. Anyway, let's get up there. So, we've already got E7 with their lights and mediums, well, the light and the TVPs heading to that decap. They're going to try and cap out on that and then get into a good position. Noob Restart is also heading this way, with Ify going up high. Primuck, well, a little bit too aggressive there, I think. That's the reason why he's getting smacked in the moose. B-Cap is being taken by WC Gold. High Nub is, well, in a relatively decent-ish position, but he can't get any shots onto that C-Cap at the moment. Prime Hook is being absolutely farmed here. He finally gets to level his tank up and get the angle correct. But those TVPs are now on their reload. He was getting absolutely mullered by them. And, oh, now the TVPs again are mullering him. Poor old Prime Hook here. He's just getting farmed. There's not much he can do about it. I mean, if he pulls back, the Crown Dragons are going to farm him as well. So that's what I'm saying. It's not the best position for a mouse. Ideally, he should have been more over here and able to push down onto that side. But it is what it is. A-Cap and B-Cap, however, have been taken by Cam. Now we've got the E5s and the IS4 of High Nub and WC Gold rotating around to join up with Restart. Alfie is pulled out of that position, joined up with Nub Restart over there in the T22. But again, at this moment in time, E7, well, they have the advantage. Oh, poor old Primuck, he's really getting smacked. I mean, he's not going to last much longer there in the mouse. I don't think he's managed to get a shot out yet. And in fact, down he goes. And I don't think he managed to get a shot out. He certainly didn't put any damage in, I don't think. And, oh, there's a big push from Cam over this side onto Nuggies and X Gamma. Yori Tide and Pink Puffins has just rotated back. Oh, WC Gold pushing through. They're trying to get the shots in, but the focus fire is just not there, guys. Unfortunately, E7's focus fire is a lot better here. Down goes Restart. WC Gold is out on a limb now, pretty isolated. Ify and Nub Restart now kicking in, but it's pretty much all over. It's pretty much doom and gloom here. I mean, WC Gold very isolated, out on a limb. High Nub and Alice, now they are going to be focused. They're not going to pay much attention to the T22 and the Leo at this stage when they can get down these big heavies. High Nub is now going down. Down goes High Nub. Next is going to be Alex. Pink Puffins goes down, however, so they do get a token kill. It's not going to be a 7-0. Now they've got to focus, poor old Leo. It's 2 against far too many. And this is going to go to e7. So convincing stuff by e7. Not much I can say about that. Poor old Ify here. It's going to be rammed and slammed. And there you go, rammed and slammed. And one more to finish Ify off. There we have it. D22 restocked. Cami, last one standing. Not going to last much longer though. And it is all over. E7 convincingly winning there and consolidating their place in the top 8. So we'll look at the damage output. Well, you can see what it is there. Going down, I mean, Cam were down in 14th. They will rise a little bit, but they were never in danger. They were pretty solidly into the top 16, to be perfectly honest with you. As you can see there, 17,000 dished out by E7 against the 8,500 by Cam. Just going to come out. Let's see if we've got any other results. Possibly not, because those are 2 quick battles. So, I mean, we got DTG, they're through, but they're down in 13th on 25,000 points. There's only about 2,500 cups up for grabs, and they are basically 3,000 cups away from top 8. So they're pretty safe in the top 16. They're not going to be in the top 8. Feast, GV, HLV, they're all pretty safe in the top 8. ID, well, they're down in 9th and 28,100. All they need to do is basically win a game and go through to the next stage. In fact, I think they've already got it just by turning up today. I think they've already turned over ECG, but I'm not sure. E7, well, they're pretty safe up there. PGMT, they're down in 11th. They are 2,700 cups out of the top 8, so I don't think they're going to make it in Cam. Well, they're not going to go through. So let's have a look if we have any results. So Team ID went out against DTG. They are still playing, so no results there. E7, well, we know they went out, and they are going to go out on Desert Sands, followed by Naval Frontier in about 20 odd minutes. DTG, well, just said they're going out against ID. We still have no result there. Feast, well, they went out against HLV. There's still no result there either. So there's going to be no results for the moment. I'll tell you what, let's have a quick view of Desert Sands and Naval Frontier. Why not? Sounds like an idea to me. Desert Sands are tried and tested tournament maps. So what are we expecting to see here? Well, if this was a public game, we'd expect everybody to go to the C cap and have a big brawl. Not necessarily the same in tournaments. What we get in tournaments is we will get tanks pushing over, trying to get to this position over here, not into the cap but onto that ridge, and vice versa, with the heavies then coming up in support. And as they cross, you may see them putting blind shots down the line of the tracks. The reason being is because the other team may be crossing, and you never know your luck. So with their lights, as I said, they push down, try to get to this position, get those early spots. Pretty much the same from the other side. They like to stick them here to get those early spots, with the rest of the heavies coming in support. And you will see some teams taking their tanks around this way, and some teams then taking them through round here to try and get those early caps. It is also not uncommon to see them taking, for example, IS-4s, bringing them down here, and instead of going straight into the desert, onto this bridge, and then into the desert, that way they can put pressure on depending on where the teams are. And pretty much the same from the other side. Like say, down here and then through. If they do go to the C cap, well, what they generally do, they cap it fast with their heavies. They then pull out and they'll generally side scrape off this building and this building just to make sure the B cap isn't taken. The key to this strat here, however, is getting that cap first. Once they've done that, they then need to protect their flanks, because that becomes the danger area. And as you can see, this flank here, with the exception of a few buildings, is pretty easy if you've got a great all-down tank like a Kranwagen or something to sit here on this ridge and basically farm, waiting for the other side, waiting for the rest of the teams to stack up so you can push over. From the other side, pretty much the same. So this is why clans generally don't go for the C strat, because there's 2 flanks to defend, and except for the few buildings right at the start, it's pretty much wide open. And as soon as they take out the tanks that are around here, well, it's pretty dangerous stuff. We do get a lot of action around the A cap and, well, in between the A and the B cap necessarily around there. But again, it all depends. I keep telling you this, they have multiple strats for these maps and we won't know until we see their meta selection and initial positioning. Either way, it's going to be a great game. Yeah, that was a bit naughty. Anyway, let's move over to Naval Frontier. This is Naval Frontier. A great, great map, to be honest with you. But what are we expected to see in tournaments? Well, if it's a pub game, everybody either goes up there or around there. Not necessarily so in tournaments. It's not uncommon to see them sticking a tank here in this bush straight away, straight off the bat. That way they can get the spots of anybody trying to go round to the A cap and anything that's over there in the opposite bush, because the opposite bush is equally the same for spotting. And again, you see anything going down towards the A cap and anything in the other bush. From the other spawn, well, it's not uncommon to see them sending a tank up high, maybe a Kranwagen, into this area here with an IS-4 move onto the C cap. The reason being, well, you can put your tank nicely into the C cap here and keep your bottom plate covered. The only danger being reset from the top there, hence the reason why you have a Kranwagen. From the other side, pretty much the same. They stick a tank up top and they can bring a tank in, try and cap it. But they've got to be careful of the resets there. If a clan is feeling particularly aggressive, they may send their heavies, Kranwagens and E5, sorry, with their boosts, drop one into the B cap, push the rest through and try and get up onto this ramp to put those cross shots in. Same from the other side, drop one into the B cap, push up onto this ramp and try and get those cross shots in. Or in the alternative, if they know that they're going to the A cap, try and push round. Clans do like to go for the A cap. If they do, they send their E5 straight down, get in there straight away and try and put some pressure on the other side. If, however, they don't go for the A cap, you may see them take a 50B or something. Keep them in reserve around here just in case the other team comes round from the other side. From the other spawn, well, it's pretty much the same. If they're going to go for that A cap, they'll rush it down there, push through and try and get into that A cap, or they'll go to that C cap. The brawl area here is normally between C and B, oddly enough. That's where it goes majority of the times, but it's not uncommon to see them brawling around A either. However, it all depends on what strats they are using, because they have numerous strats for these maps. So until they stick their meta and we get to see their initial positioning, we won't really know. Either way, Naval Frontier is always able to give us an entertaining and nail-biting game. So, we're back. Let's see if we've got any updates to the chart. Probably not. No, we haven't yet. So how did they do against... They're still playing. So, oh well, let's get some replays up and running because everybody's still playing. Unfortunately, E7 were a bit too quick off the blocks. That's what generally happens there, you see. Yeah, they were a bit too quick. How about me rolling out in a T90 or whatever it is, T95, there we go. Let's have a look-see.
Time to roll out.
So I was doing this on the stream on EU the other day. Somebody challenged me to go out in a stock T92, and I did. And it was painful, but we won. But it was still painful. And then I went out in a not stock T92, and that's this game. And it was less painful, I must admit. Oddly enough, I do actually like the T-95. Even though it's a painful tank to play, I still actually like it. Because, I mean, if you put it in the right place, and you sort of understand the tank, you know, it is an interesting tank. But you know, I mean, look at this poor Skoda, bless him. I mean, he's just going to get absolutely wrecked. He doesn't know it. He does now. I must admit, it's got a lot better since they put that super duper speed boost on it. And am I going to switch to HE? Yes, I am. Am I going to try and hit him? Yes, I am. I just love it. I just love this tank. Don't get me wrong; it doesn't always work this nicely. I mean, it does help when the enemy don't try and get around the back of you. Because if they do get around the back of you, you're going to have a bad day, to be honest. As you will see in a moment, when that T-30 is going to get around the back of me and give me a bit of a hard time. Yeah. Like that. Get rid of him though. Now we'll get rid of the. Now we will look at trying to give the T-30 a bit of pain. Oh, just waiting for the load, and he's going to get into. Look at this. He's going to get into cover. Oh, so annoying. Now this is not a tank, in fairness, that you want to start chasing people in. It doesn't help. But if you're going to stick your turret out from behind the rock, I'm going to smack it. Simple as that. 2 left to go, both waffle Traegers, and I'd love to smack either of them with HE, but we got too many on our team, to be honest with you, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get to either of them, which is a damn shame. And I've only got 2 HE shells left, and there goes one of them, taken out by a waffle tractor. And there's the other one. Can I get him? Can I get him? Oh, I get 700 into him, but he's going to go down anyway. So, alas, it's not going to be anything other than a first class. 5k in this thing, 3 kills, ain't just going to cut it, so we only get a first class. But, you know, on the grounds that I was a tier 9 and a tier 9, tier 10 game, I was pretty happy with that. As you can see, the XP is just not enough. Not enough. Right, now, let us find out if we've now got some results. Let's find out. So, ID are now in the top 8. I think that's pretty fair to say. Feast, GV, ID, E7, they're all facing off. DTG, HLV, PGMT, and Cam1 are all knocked out today. Not going to make an ounce of difference to HLV, to be honest with you. We're following E7, and they are going out against GV on Desert Sands in about 10 minutes. So, let's have another replay, shall we? Might as well. I am running out of replays, guys, so you're going to have to watch some of my games, none of whom are masteries. But I like them, they were good games. They were nice. Ay, ay, ay. What to do, what to do, what to do. It does tread head, but I was, sometimes... Exactly, Loro was with me, and he was in his stock T95 also, and it was a super painful game, I really must admit. When you've got a stock engine in the T95, going up a slight rise knocks your knocks your mileage down to like 4 kilometers an hour. I mean, that's just painful. And the gun just won't pen anything. I mean, because you're still going to be put into a tier 10 game, and the gun just struggles to pen anything unless you load APCR. And even then, it's a struggle. And just everything about it is just painful. Just painful. These strange people keep asking to roll out in... However, I would point out that... I remember once upon a time, Droodles was doing this make me suffer thing, and he actually wasn't going out in pure stock tanks. Loro and I went out in a fully stock T95, and we won. But it was fully stock, and we still won, which was great. Because that was not expected in any way, shape or form. Well, World of Tanks Russia, what I want to do at some stage is try and get a team of 7 Annihilators to do a tier 8 quick tour and just see how far we can go. So I'm serious. Tier 8 quick tour. All Annihilators, which are all tier 7. And let's see how far we can actually get in the tournament. I mean, I think that'd be fantastic. This is such a painfully bad shot. Look at that. Ugh. Costs, that does. Costs, I tell you. Had I penned a couple of those shots, then maybe a mastery, but I mean, 4K in this tank isn't going to cut it. It's just, you're only going to get a first class. You need to get around 5K really, 4.5 to 5K. Anyway, we've got the tournament room, so let's jump in. Let's ready up, and let's jump back out again. So there you go. Oof, it's all good fun. It's nice to be streaming the Asia server at the moment because, being funny, I mean, there is quite a little bit of drama going down on the EU server with regard to tournaments. That's the one and only. It's got to be Pink Puffins. Pink Puffins. Pink Puffins is an awesome name, to be fair. It's not that I'm saying that Nuggets and Fries isn't a good name, but Pink Puffins, just something about it, man. It's just appealing, yeah? Pink Puffins. Oh, look. I'm back. Hello. Pink Puffins. I don't know, there's just something about Pink Puffins that makes me giggle. Juvenile, I know, but it makes me giggle. So, here we go on Desert Sands. It's going to be an interesting one. I like Desert Sands as a tournament map. I always like to see how they play it. Is it the desert? Is it the B cap? Or is it the C cap? We just never know. It'd be interesting to see the meta they take. I mean, GV are pretty secure. Yeah, of course you say bonk when you hit somebody. There's nothing wrong with that in the good old English language. Telling you. So I'm just waiting for the teams to ready up. So not quite there yet, but we will be. In other news, yeah, there is other news. It's not just about streaming. I'm what, 70? Is it 70 or 60? No, 67 subscribers away from 6,000. And that gave me a thought. I'm going to do a giveaway when I hit 6,000 subscribers. Let's see how that works. See if I can get there. I will be doing the pros. Well, if I'm picked, I mean, I'll put my name down to do the Pro Series commentary for both Asia, EU, and NA. So that'll up your chances a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see. So you heard it here, second, because I already said it on NA this morning at like 4 a.m. or whatever it was. So you heard it here second, that when I get to 6k, guys, keep your eyes open, because I will be doing a giveaway. Don't know what yet. Could be a tank, could be gold, could be a bit mixture of both. I don't know. Anyway, they're almost ready. GV are definitely ready. They are going out on the North Spawn. They will have Officer in the IS-4, Mixed Noob in the IS-4, Nomads in a Vickers, Yoga and Govinda in a T-22, Liski in an IS-4, Nubic in an E5, and Tokyo in a Kranwagen. Moving over to E7, wow, Alex is yet to ready up. Now he readies up. You see how that works? I mention his name, he clicks ready. 7 Ruler in a Kranwagen, Maddox come in an E5, X Gamma in a T-22, Riori Tart in a Kranwagen, Alex in an E5, Nuggies and Fries in an E5, and Pink Puffins in a T-22. Looking at the way that E7 have readied up with their meta selection, I think that's more of a desert type strat. There's no real super heavies like the IS-4, etc, etc. Looking at GV, I would say that they're looking to dominate around the B, probably not the C cap, not with the T-22, the Vickers and the Kranwagen in the E5, but to bring those IS-4s down the train tracks like I showed you in the flyover, and then bring them in with an eye on potentially dropping into that B cap. Thing is, we just don't know. They have so many different strats for these maps. It just depends. I can only give you a sort of rough guesstimation on what we can potentially expect. And what I'm seeing from the meta selections here is that we can potentially expect E7 to be looking at dominate the desert, and GV dominating a bit of maybe the desert, but maybe around the B cap area. They may go to C, unlikely, but you just never know. We will find out in seconds few. Absolutely. So, boom, here we go. Semi-final time in the very last PYS on Asia. One day, I just want them to throw a curveball and stick the teams onto Copperfield. That'd be so funny. Go and play the final of PYS on Copperfield. Imagine the aggro and the rioting. Everybody be up in arms. So, see, you never know what they're going to do. I mean, GV, well, I thought they'd be trying to look to dominate the B cap area, but they're actually going to the B and the C. E7, well, they're pretty much doing what I expected, which is a desert strat. I didn't expect GV to do, I must admit, I did not expect them to do a C strat. I expect them to do a B strat. But it's all now about who caps first, and it's going to be GV. So GV now just need to protect their flanks, as I showed you, and that B cap. So we're probably going to get a couple of tanks side scraping off these buildings overlooking the B cap. We have Officer Nubic heading over to the left flank, meaning that Nomads and Mixed Noob are looking at the right flank. Maddox is already trying to get those spots. Now, when I did the flyover, I told you there's a lot of empty area on the flanks, and there is. So they've got to get behind these buildings in real terms. And you can see here, 7 Ruler is going to come up with his gun down, gun depression, haul down tank. And that's the thing about the Kranwagen, you can do this, you can poke over and try and see if there's anything he can smack. At the moment, well, Nubic is very, very advanced here, and he is in danger of being swamped. They're only 15 points behind. No, they're not even, yeah, they're 5 points behind E7. Officer is sensing the danger and he's coming in. Nuggets and Fries, wow, they're trying to get shots on the centre, but it's going to be this flank. You can see it's two. The thing is, 7 Ruler is able to spot up Nubic. And what they're trying to do, they haven't spotted Officer yet. Maddox seems to be moving out of there. Where's he going? He's heading all the way back around the back of the map. Probably going to stack upon the other side with X Gamma. Pink Puffins is just on overwatch by the aeroplane. There he is. He's looking his gun this way. Which means Alex and Nuggies, they're in really decent hold down positions. To be honest with you, just to prevent anything going into the B cap as well. I mean, I'm surprised that nobody's sat in this hold down position here, but equally as good. Yuri Tart and Seven Ruler, well, they're both loaded. They now know Officer is there, so they know that there are 2 tanks here. They won't be able to push over and get Nubic. They just won't be able to. They will be tempted, but there's no point doing anything just yet. They're only at the 600 mark. So we have to see what's going to go down. Again, if we look down the tracks, Maddox, as I said, is looking to join up, and so is Pink Puffins with X Gamma there. X Gamma's trying to get shots in. Maddox will join up with him. Pink Puffins, well, he's staying out of sight at the moment. So it's 2 against 2 here, but then Nuggets and Fries is going to come in. I reckon they're going to do a double push, both flanks at the same time. They're just stacking their tanks up. And E7, I reckon, will push over the flanks at exactly the same time, with Alex going through the middle, along with Pink Puffins. And here they go, straight over. Nubic is going to be the target. He has been the call. Nuggets and Fries is going to come in and try and put shots in the back as well. So Nubic is the centre of attention here. They're ignoring Officer, quite rightly. He's in an IS-4. Alex is coming in as well. They should be able to take Nubic down, even though they've got 2 Cran Wagons. They do have Nuggets and Fries. Now Alex is coming in. Officer is trying, so down he goes. We're going to leave that for the moment. Liski and Yogai Govinda and Tokyo are rotating round, but over this flank, you can see here, Mix Nub is going to go down. Nubic is down. Mix Nub is going to be next on the list. He's not going to last much longer, although nobody is giving him any attention at the moment. Pink Puffins may put a shot into him. No, they're completely ignoring him because he is one shot. He's on next to no HP. Back over this side, wow. Oh, no, Mix Nub does go down. Back over this side, wow, Officer is now a one shot. Alex is still alive, he takes down Officer. Now the rest of E7 are crawling in, and you can see E7 have now got the advantage on the points. Alex will go down, he won't survive the battle. Liski or somebody will take him, it was Tokyo who took him. Nuggets and Fries, however, now they'll be looking to put the pain on to the final 4. It is 4 against 4. Hit points, however, are at the moment favouring E7, and there goes Tokyo in the Clan Wagon. So it's but there goes another tank. Down goes Nuggets and Fries. So we've got 2 T-22s and an E5 against a Vickers, an IS-4 and an E5. I would still turn around and say at the moment this is E7's game. It all depends if they can get rid of that that Vickers, and they can. Now it's picking who to pick. Ideally they should pick Yogai and Govinda, but it doesn't matter because E7 have got it on points anyway. That was a great game. That really was a great game. Not gonna fault you there. Really good, nicely timed push by E7. Good rotation around the map though to try and plug those gaps by GV. Didn't go all E7's own way, and it was very close. Chris, it's a bit difficult. Chris, calm down, mate. When I see it, don't worry, I'll accept it. At the moment, it's a bit difficult because I'm sort of trying to do the stream. Don't stress. Divin stress, man. So, just changing those spawn points here on Desert Sands. We will have GV on the south spawn, E7 on the north spawn. Looks like GV will probably ready up first. We have Officer in the IS-4, Mixed Noob in an IS-4, Nomads potentially in a Vickers. Yogai and Govinda in an E5, Liski in the IS-4, Nubic in an E5, Tokyo in a Clan, and there we go, Nomads is in a Vickers. Moving over to E7, we have 7 Ruler in a Clan, Benedict Cucumberbatch in a Clan Wagon, Maddox in an E5, X Gamma in a T22, Yori Tart in an E5, Nuggets and Fries in an E5, and Pinky Puffins in a T22. Again, looking pretty much like the same sort of strat we've just seen. And you are right, Loro, Pink Flamingos, that does have a good ring to it as well, I must admit. Oh, we've still got a long way to go yet, Treadhead Pete, before we hit that 6,000, to be fair. Still a long way to go. Doesn't sound a long way, 63, but it's a long... 67, actually, but it's still a long way. Anyway, subscriber count to one side. We are going out here in the semi-final. Is this the last game for the semi-final, or is this the penultimate game? Well, we don't know. GV could take it to a decider. Anything can happen. And usually does. Let's get up high into the back. You can see the hit points are going to GV, but only slightly. Trust me, in at this day and age and these level, a couple of 100 hit points makes no difference whatsoever. So we're going to have a desert strat. Yay! We're going to have a brawl. X-Gamma and Pink Puffins jumping into the A-cap, trying to put a little bit of pressure on poor old Nomads here. X-Gamma really got the bit between his teeth. Puts the shot in, but it was not a good trade. Govinda pushing him there. Not a good trade by X-Gamma, and now he's a little bit isolated. He's got to get out of there, but it's taking him a hard time. And now Officer and Yogai and Govinda are pushing onto X-Gamma. Just pull out, and you can see that Benedict Cucumber batch is coming in, trying to give some pressure, or release the pressure. But poor old X-Gamma there, in his first for taking down the Vickers, goes down. But so does Yogai and Govinda. That was a good kill for them. We are going to get a brawl. Benedict Cucumber batch is about to go down. Down he goes. Oh, it's a brawl. Yuri Tart. Oh, they're trying to just smack everything and everyone. It's now, this is where the focus fire becomes vital and crucial and critical. Nubic coming in to protect Officer as Yuri Tart tries to smack him. But doesn't matter because Maddox smacks him anyway. Yuri Tart is down, but 3 against 2 now on the side. Look at that. 7 ruler, Benedict Cucumber batch and X-Gamma all down. You're going Govinda and Officer down, and now it's 3 against 5. Told you, GV have the ability to turn it around, and they really do. E7 are backs against the wall here, but Nubic goes down. However, it's still 3 against 4, and the hit points are in favour of GV. Nuggies goes down. Maddox is being pushed here. 2 against far too many. Maddox and Pink Puffins. Maddox is a one-shot. Let's get into Pink Puffins. Wherever he may be. Where did he go? There he is. Pink Puffins in the T-22 running for his little heart's content. But it ain't going to matter. He may be able to take down Nomads here in the Vickers. And he does. But now he's got IS-4s to contend with. And a Kranwagen. And even though it does have Stellanium and bouncy armour, it ain't going to survive. So, GV will take it to a decider. They really will. So, well done, GV. You brought it back. Nicely done. I think X-Gamma just bit off a little bit more than they could chew, I think. Trying to chase down that poor Vickers of Nomads. Put him into a world of pain. Right then, let's have a look. We're now going out on Naval Frontier. GV on the south spawn, E7 on the north spawn. E7 are ready up. We have 7 ruler in the E5. Benedict Cucumber batch in a Kranwagen. Maddox in a Kranwagen. X-Gamma in a T-22. Yori Tart in a Kranwagen. Nuggies and Fries in an E5. And Pink Puffins in a T-22. Moving over to GV, well, we have Officer in the IS-4, Mixed Noob in an IS-4, Nomads in a Vickers, Yogai Govinda in a Mouse, Liski in the IS-4, Nubic in a Kranwagen, and Tokyo in a Mouse. When did you send me? I accept all Fred requests, Treadhead. Where's yours? Where's yours? I don't know where yours is then. I guarantee I accept all of them. You have to send it again, no doubt. So, is GV going to turn this around and knock it to the final and put E7 down into the 3rd place playoff? Not that it matters to either of them. I mean, grand scheme of things, it really doesn't. I mean, neither of them are in danger of falling out of the top 8. E7 is 6th at the moment, GV are 5th. So, grand scheme of things, doesn't make it down to difference. Just for kudos now. Bragging rights. Bragging rights, that's what it is. Bragging rights now. Nothing more. So, this is the last game for the semi-finals here on PYS number 6. After this, it's only the finals to go. As you can see, hit points are in favour of, well, GV. All like 6, 7. That's it. 7 additional hit points. That's nothing at all. Just a badly timed HE round. Anyway, let's get up top and see where they're going. Well, we got Jaeger and Govinda going up top. Looks like they're going for the C strat, as we showed you in the overview, with the Vickers dropping into that bush to have a quick look. Moving over, well, it looks like Pink Puffins and the T-22 is going to the same bush. And the E5s, Nuggies and Fries, well, they're doing the aggressive strat down the middle. Are they going to drop straight into B, or are they going to continue up to those ramps like I pointed out? No, they're going to drop straight into B. And the A cap will be taken here eventually by E7. There's no reason why they shouldn't. But 7 Ruler is going to be pushed by Tokyo, Mixed Noob and Officer. So, but he manages to cap. That is an important cap. I'm not going to lie, but 7 Ruler now is in a world of pain. Nuggies needs to sort of help him out, relieve the pressure, somehow get that release valve going. But 7 Ruler is going to go down. There's no way he's going to survive. Somebody's going to take him down, and it's Nubich. But Yoritar, Nuggies and Fries have now rotated in. And the thing is, there are now 5 GV tanks down in this cauldron of a death trap. And they're pretty much in the open. They have taken the B cap, they have got the C cap. Nubich is desperately trying to get out of the death trap, and he does, and takes down Yoritar at the same time. Turrets flying. Now poor old Nuggies is in a world of pain. They're going to look into him, focus him, and look to take him down. Maddox over the other side there is with X Gamma trying to put some pressure on. Nuggies, however, bless him, he's got 3 tanks against him. Benedict Cucumberbatch is trying to toy with Tokyo, but we're going to stay with Nuggies, mainly because he's in an E5 and it may ammo rack. No, it doesn't, but Tokyo's going to ram him, and Tokyo comes off worse. But he finally goes down. Pink Puffins and Maddox here trying to get rid of Yogai and Govinda. But again, E7 are on the back foot. They have lost 3 tanks to only 2 tanks of GV. They've got to get these tanks out the game. They are losing on points. Down goes Yogai and Govinda. Let's quickly have a quick look at what's happening over here with Liski and Benedict Cucumberbatch. He's not going to last this battle. 2 IS-4s. No point looking at him. Get it out of there. Tokyo, however, well, they should be looking to finish him off, but Maddox is now a one-shot. Maddox goes down. This is going to go to GV. Simple fact of life. Good shot by Tokyo into the back of Pink Puffins. Gamma, well, he's focusing Nubich, but it's Tokyo they need to get rid of. Down goes Pink Puffins. X Gamma is the last man standing. Let's go up with him. There he is. Not much he can do about it. Oof. It be all over. Points make prizes. So GV will go through to today's final. E7 will go into the 3rd place playoff. As I said, it doesn't really matter. Both of them are in the top 8. But convincing stuff by GV. And there you have it. Boof. So, do we have any more results? We should do. Because I can't believe all of them went to a decider. So, it will be GV against Feast ID against E7. So, what maps are we going out on? Middleburg and Winter Malinovka in about 10 minutes. So let's have a quick look at Middleburg. Ay, ay, ay. This middle wrap. What to see here? Wow. It depends. You're at least expected to see some form of lights and mediums pushing up here, trying to get those early spots. However, it is also not uncommon to see a full C strategy, whereby you'll get E5s, Crown Wagons and IS-4s parking around here, maybe even on this ridge here, and pretty much the same on the other side. The E5s and Crown Wagons will come around here or even around here, looking to get into a decent position. It's not uncommon to see a fast cap down if you start on this spawn into that B cap, and likewise from the other cap. The key of Middleburg is knowing your positioning. You get a lot of action around the C cap for obvious reasons, because it's much easier around here to control the map than it is in the city. In the city there are multiple routes that you can move into, and it can get a little bit convoluted. This is why you generally don't see them doing a city strat. However, it's not uncommon, and from this spawn you'll get them to go through that cap there and then push all the way through with a majority of their tanks, heavy wise, all the way through. All they then need to do is sit and defend, which ain't as easy as it sounds on this map. Same for the other side. If they do fast cap, you will see them fast capping there and then pulling out and generally parking themselves down here for the time being, just in case anything comes round. Same goes for the other side. You may see them fast capping, then pulling out and hunkering down around here. However, I'm not going to lie, majority of the action does take place up high, but that's not to say it won't take place down here. We don't know until we see their strats. And we'll know if they're going for the city if we see a super heavy such as an E100 or a mouse. Either way, Middleburg normally is a very fast-paced and brawly game, so we're in for a good time. That always happens. So that's Middleburg. Next one is Winter Malinovka. Have I got Winter Malinovka? I should have Winter Malinovka. Yes, here we go. This is Winter Malinovka. Again, one of those older but more interesting maps here on the tour circuit. So what can we expect to see here? Well, we can expect to see lights or mediums coming down, pushing around here, trying to get those early spots onto that A cap. Same from the other side. If they're feeling particularly aggressive, you may see them sending IS-4s and E3s down, peeling a couple off to sit on this ramp here, with the rest of them moving up, well, not the rest, one or two of them moving up to this area, trying to flank round. Going back to this spawn, 9 times out of 10 you will see a super heavy on this map, and they like to put them either around here to put pressure on that B cap, or more likely around here again to put pressure on the B cap. Same from the other side. You may see them putting them by this rock, although that is dangerous because if anything flanks around, they can get them. If anything comes from behind, they can get them. And more likely, you'll get them around this area, and even more likely around here. C-cap wise, well, I have seen some clans taking their their hull down tanks, Kranwagons and E5s. If so, they'll stick them around here from this side to put pressure on the C-cap. From the other side, well, they'll push them right into this corner because it's a bit of a better slope. 9 times out of 10, the brawl area is around the B cap area, between the B cap being the center of attention, but generally between C and A, conjugating round on the B cap. Either way, Winter Malinovka has always been a great little map, and it's always been one that interesting and innovative strats take the order of the day. We are set to have a great game here, as always, and no doubt we're going to see some really good gameplay. I do indeed tune with subs on a regular basis. I don't at the moment because obviously my time has been taken up by doing the tournament streams, and whilst there's going to be a small break after PYS number 6, we have got the Championship Series, which is going to be the Pro Tour and the Challengers Tour coming up. So there'll be a bit of time yet before I'm going back to those regular streams. It's just finding the time, guys. Once I find the time, then yeah, of course, I will be tuning up again, both on Asia, EU and NA. NA is being difficult though, because 300 something ping is just painful, man. But I am monitoring the situation. To be honest, and I had a lot of people saying that they wanted me to continue doing the NA commentary for the next stage, so I have put my name down, so we will see if Wargaming decide. That is, it's up to Wargaming. All we can do is put our names down. Anyway, this is Treadhead Pete, who's in the chat. It's one of his replays. In the little Frenchy tanky. Just hide behind the carcass, why not? You'll have to try and find me in the game, guys, because I don't have any hope in a hour's chance of finding in-game names, to be honest with you. It's much easier for you to look for me. On Asia, it's Fugit Get Good. On EU, it's Fugit 555. On Russia, it's Fugit Blitz 555. And on NA, it's just Fugit Blitz. So, I'm on all the servers. Crikey, Pete, you weren't lying when you said they were just lining up. Oh, just a crack. Oh, there we go. Don't get me wrong, the FV is a good tank. The FV201 is a very good tank. It's got a great reload time. It doesn't dish out massive alpha damage, but boy, it's got a great reload. Oof, he's dead. You be gone, EB. So, we're just waiting for the timer to run down before we roll out with Feast against GV. For those of you who are interested, later on, as I said, I'll be streaming EU and NA. On EU, I will be rolling out with BPS H2O versus Serenity first and then through the bracket onto the final. Every good name is taken. We'll be doing A1N1 against Sparta and then through the bracket until the final. Amulet will be doing Raid against Vale and then through the bracket into the final. And while one's out, we'll be doing Goretti against Turk Tank through the bracket into the final. On NA, I will be rolling out with Apex against Joker through the bracket into the final, with Fishy doing GG against Cruel again through the bracket and until the final. So, just waiting for the tournament, the room to come in. Not got it yet. Look at that, not in clan. I'm back. Hello. So yeah, that's the schedule. So plenty of streams to come, guys. In this final day. Let's open a container. Might as well get some boosters because they only give me boosters. Oh no, I've got a harsh ultimatum avatar. Wow, great. Woo, brilliant. I'm so lucky. What about a big container? Creditos. I like credits. Credits are good. And what about a huge container? XP and combat boosters. That's okay as well. I'll take that. As I've not got my E5 yet. Almost got it. Almost. I had to stop the streams because obviously this interrupted it, but almost there. E5 is in grasp. It's in touching distance. Then I will have tournament meta. I've already got the IS4, the mounts, the E100, the Object 140, which means I can get the Object 2, so I can get the T62A at any time. So I'm just waiting now to try and get that meta. And then maybe a clan will invite me to be part of them. It'd be nice. The match will start in 0 minutes. Let's jump in. We are on Middleburg straight away. I'm going to jump out again. We'll wait till we get to the 3 minutes 30 mark and then we'll hop it back in there. So there we go. And with that, let me just see what's been going down on the whole Discord. Everybody's arguing with everybody. Drama everywhere, drama. Okay, they're still moaning on the EU. Yeah. Still moaning. I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand that 100% win rate accounts is causing an issue. I get that. I understand the frustration. It's real, it's tangible. But, you know, Wargaming have said they're looking to fix it. They haven't fixed it yet. So, you know, you just have to deal with it as best you can, really. Anyway, here we go. Middleburg. We will have GV on the South Spawn, Feast on the North Spawn. Feast we've already read it up. We have Bifrost in the E5, F Silver in the Vickers, Hidden Surprise in a Mouse, 007 James in a Clanwagon, Roadblock in an E5, Zepak in a Clanwagon, and who is this? Enchanted, Enchanter in the IS4. And Sugar Magoo is on the bench, spectating, as you do. Moving over to GV, well, Officer in the IS4, Mixed Urban in the IS4, Nomads in the Vickers, Jürgen Govinda in the E5, Liski in the IS4, Nubic in a Kran, Tokyo in an Object 260. And why not? Object 260 is there for be taken, yeah. New meta, new tank, lovely. That's what I like to see. We've still got about 2 odd minutes to go, so we've got plenty of time. Plenty of time. It is not against us. Beep 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 beep. It's all good fun. This is the very last game here on Asia for PYS number 6, and then we will have the top 8 and the top 16 all ready, fired up, ready to go. Yes, we will. It will all be coming to fruition. We will then know who's going to go into the Pro Series, who is going to go into the Challengers Tour. I'm just reading the picture. They don't kick off those tours until the 19th, actually, so in about 5 days. So we get a bit of a break, bless them. You know, these pros get a little bit of a break of 5 days. More importantly, we as streamers get a break as well, yeah. So just over a minute to go. I'm going to sup some coffee because a minute is a long time. So looking at their lineups and looking at where they're spawning, Hidden Surprise is going to be looking to get that cap, that B cap, because that's where they're spawning. He probably will be supported by Enchanter in the IS4, with everybody else going up to the C cap. Looking at GV, I don't know, is the honest answer. We may get the 260, the Crown Wagon, the E5 and the Vickers going up and the IS4s going down. But you never know, and that's the thing. I mean, obviously they don't know what tanks they're taking. You get to see it, they don't. So it's going to be an interesting one. I mean, where are they going to go? Up or down? Sea or city? Well, we're going to find out in about just over 10 seconds. So our wait will be over. Mosquitoes giving me a pain and a hard time. Go away, mosquito. Horrible thing. So this is the final here on Asia. As you can see, hit points are going to Feast mainly because they've got a moose that's going to be heading. I'm thinking he's going to be heading for that A cap, not the B cap. And I'm thinking that GV are going to send their IS4s to A and push around. Sorry, into B and then push around. But I'm telling you, we just never know. Let's get up high. And no, they're not. They're all going to go up. Apart from Tokyo in the 260, who's staying down. Enchanter and Hidden Surprise, however, they are going to the A cap. That is no surprise. Enchanter and Hidden Surprise are staying together, so that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. C cap, well, Nomad is going to take that. And the E5s of Feast and the Clan Wagons, well, they're just going to bunker down here. Now, I thought they'd be going up to C, but clearly not. That means they're going to push round onto the A cap. Now, as much as I love the 260, it does struggle with its armour. Hence the reason why Tokyo is hightailing it out of there. Yogai Govinda has just been smacked massively and again. And that's coming in from Enchanter in the IS-4 and F-Silver and Bifrost. So, in poor old Nomads, oh, he's also being smacked. They're not going to push too hard. Hidden Surprise has dropped into the B cap. So, whilst Feast are down on cap points at the moment, it won't last too much longer. Tokyo gets the reset though, which means F-Silver will need to come round. That was a great shot if you got that reset from that angle, to be honest with you. Liski in the IS-4 is asking for assistance. He wants to push. Let's move back over here and leave them down there for the moment, because it looks like GV are looking to push down this flank. If they do, they're going to come into a lot of bother, because there are a lot of tanks there and they are at a disadvantage. They are a bit lacking guns on the battlefield down this side. Not only that, Feast are in good hold down positions and able to pretty much farm them as they're out in the open. And you can see here Liski, Mix Noob, Officer all being farmed to an extent. All their Officer isn't, and they're ignoring him. They're focusing firing on Liski because he's the lowest hit point tank. Liski is not going to last. However, F-Silver goes down first and the Vickers. Down goes Liski. Yogai Govinda is still very unhealthy. Now they're trying to focus on to Bifrost. Bifrost is in a world of pain here. They need to focus the tanks, do Feast. Bifrost is surviving on the skin of his teeth, and then he doesn't. So they now need to get rid of Mixed Noob, and they do. Pushing back over here, the Object 260 is given Enchanter and Hidden Surprise a bit of a hard time. Are they going to be able to get him down? They've got no base points, but the Feast are slowly crawling it back. But they've now lost Enchanter, Bifrost, and F-Silver. Enchanter going down there, so Hidden Surprise now is in a world of pain. Nubic and Tokyo able to push on him a little bit, but he is a mouse, so we're going to leave him. It's going to take him a long time to get him down. Zepak in the Crown Wagon, he's just waiting to reload, and James Bond goes down. 007 James goes down to the 260. Zepak is trying his hardest to get up this hill to get Yogai Govinda. Roadblock taking down a tank, but it's 2 against too many, and it's all over anyway because GV get it on the points. Interesting game, to say the least. Good strat by GV. Completely taking everybody by surprise. And really good movement around the map. Really good focus fire. And you can see that, I mean, it was their focus fire that really helped them, to be honest with you. Able to turn around and push those tanks left, right and centre. So, GV, I've got one hand on all the cups for today. And the final here on Asia. We're swapping those spawn points on Middleburg. Feast will go on the south spawn, GV on the north spawn. We will have Officer in an IS-4, Mix Noob in an IS-4, Nomads in a Vickers, Yogai Govinda in an E5, Liski in the IS-4, Nubic in a Crown Wagon, and Tokyo in the 260. No change to their meta. Moving over to Feast, well, we have Bifrost in an E5, F-Silver in a Vickers, Hidden Surprise in the IS-4, 007 James in an E5, Zepak in an IS-4, Enchanter in the IS-4, and yeah, that's right, we have Shogun Magoo in his T22, rotating in at the expense of Roadblock. Bless him. So Roadblock now gets to sit on the sidelines and watch. Is this the last game, or is this the penultimate game? Well, we just do not know at this moment in time. We will find out very, very shortly. Just over 10 seconds to go. And then everybody can have a break for at least 5 days until the Pro Series and the Challenger Series kicks off. It'll be a well-deserved break. This has been a less condensed. This has been a more condensed PY. So normally we're 8. There's only 6 this time, and I'll be honest with you, it's been better. It has been better. So hit points going in favour of GV. It's going to do when you've got a lot of IS4s. Let's get up high into the back. I don't see GV doing anything other than what they just did. You know, same, not different. This time, however, Feast are doing a little bit different. So Nomads is going up high again, trying to get into that seed cap and get the spot. F Silver's up there, so is Sugar Magoo, who's dropping straight into the C cap, and the B cap will be taken by In Surprise in the mouse. Sorry, in the IS4. He's not in the mouse this time. Nomads is trying to come around, but Sugar Magoo has put himself in a position whereby it's pretty difficult to reset him unless you hit him with HE. Sugar Magoo has taken the cap and he will rotate out of there. Now here come the rest of GV on their way up, but they've also got Feast here, apart from 007 James and Hidden Surprise, who are still down. A cap has been taken, but 2 cap point lead here for Feast. Officer trying to jump into this C cap. He's going to take that little position as well, where it's going to be difficult to reset unless you get HE on him like that. So Zepak does get an HE on him, but now there's 2 IS4s. That makes it slightly harder to reset. And you can see what Feast are looking to do here. They're bringing their tanks up slowly but surely. They're just holding them back at the moment. Here going Govinda is in a, but look at Hidden Surprise. Look at Hidden Surprise, he's being cheeky. The thing is, there is a 260 and Nomads here in the Vickers. They are here to try and reset this cap. Are they going to be able to? Yes, they are. That's a great shot by Tokyo. Moving over, back up here, because this is where the main action is going to be. We've got Mixed Nub coming around the back, trying to get in the flank, trying to put some pressure onto Enchanter. And in fact, the whole of GV are looking to put pressure on Enchanter. I'm just going to rotate this way a little bit, because that will spurn Feast into action to try and help Enchanter. Enchanter, though, is going to go down. He cannot survive the barrage. That's a nice 4 out of the game. Down he goes. So Feast here needs to sort of do a bit better focus fire than this at the moment, to be fair. They seem to be a little sluggish in their reactions. I mean, Enchanter there, he was sort of there for a long time getting smacked. It wasn't like a couple of seconds. So at the moment, Officer is now a 1-shot. He's got out of dodge. He's all the way down there. This is going in favour of GV eventually. I mean, they've got more guns. Okay, they haven't got the caps, but they've got more guns. Oh, they just lost Yoga and Govinda. Now it may change into Feast's favour. Feast are now looking to push. Looking to... Who are they focusing? They're focusing Liski, Mixed Nub. I don't know. It looks like they're sort of... You know, the focus fire is not really there for Feast at the moment. Now they've decided to focus Mixed Nub, because there was shots going into Liski. So Mixed Nub does go down. Officer is down. Yoga and Govinda is down, but Hidden Surprise and Enchanter are also down. Liski here. What's Bifrost doing there with Nubic? Oh, he's trying to, but Zepak is going to come in and help him out. Liski is still very healthy. Tokyo and Nomads are also healthy, but it's 3 against 4. Sugar Magoo is a 1-shot, but he's got to relative safety. But at the same time, Feast have got the points on this one, despite Nomads going round and capping. Liski isn't going to last. They should be able to take him down here, the E5s, to be perfectly frank. Unless he can get Sugar Magoo out the game, and he can, that gives them a bit of breathing space, but then they lose it because they just lost Liski and it's all over, and Feast get it. Wow, could have gone either way, that. It was a good game. That was a good game. So, Feast bringing it back, pushing it to the decider. where it's going to be Winter Malinovka. Yes, it is. So on Winter Malinovka, we're going to have GV on the north spawn, Feast on the south spawn. Just waiting for them to ready up. As they do, they'll be ready soon enough. So, GV and Feast both ready. We'll go to GV first. We have Officer in the Ice Form, Mixed Nub in the Ice Form, Nomads in the Vickers, Jurgen Govinda in the T-22, Liski in the Ice Form, Nubic in a Mouse, Tokyo in a Kranwagen. Moving over to Feast, we have Bifrost in an E5, F Silver in the T-22, Hidden Surprise back in his trusty Mouse, 007 James in an E5 Zepak joining Hidden Surprise in the Mouse, Enchanter in an E5, and Sugar Magoo in his trusty T-22. This is Winner Takes It All. Not that either of them are going to fall out of the top 8, because they are not. The only one that's probably going to fall out of the top 8 is going to be ECG at the expense of ID. ID should be into the top 8. Relegating ECG down to the Challengers top 16. These two are pretty safe. Nothing's going to happen. This game is just for holding one's head high. And kudos. That's it. Kudos and bragging rights. Nothing else. So, for the last time on Asia in the Prove Your Skill, we are going to be going up high and getting to the back of that map. And there we go, up high into the back for the last time on Asia for PYS. Next time we do that, it'll be in the Pro Tour. Yeah, Guy Govinda and Nomads are looking for that A-cap. Sugar Magoo and F Silver are also looking for that A-cap. So let's rotate and get around and see. And there we go. Guy Govinda just holding there. F Silver jumps in. Sugar Magoo is going to sort of annoy them. Officer Liski, Mixed Nub are coming down. But behind we've got Bifrost, Enchanter also in the E5s. But GV are coming en masse down here. Nomads, Tokyo and Nubic staying up high. Oh, Jurgen Govinda getting absolutely wrecked as Bifrost comes round. No, Jurgen Govinda is now a one-shot. In fact, he's now a no-shot. He's gone, he's out, he's deaded. Moving back over, Hidden Surprise here. It's a bit of mouse-on-mouse action, but Nubic is moused out. It's two mouses over here. Hidden Surprise is going to go down. Tokyo will take him. Simple as that. But Mixed Nub will go down first, and he does. Down goes Hidden Surprise. Let's get over there and watch Feast absolutely batter Officer. Officer is the focus of attention here. They're even ignoring Liski. They're just going to batter Officer. Officer is being battered. Down he goes. Liski will be next on the hit list as the Feast team try and surround him, give him a hard time, and he's going to be losing hit points rapidly and wildly, and there's nothing he can do. He can't do anything about it. And he's gone, he's out. Tokyo, well, he's coming into from the well, he's just come into the Dragon's Den really, because he's just ran into a load of Feast tanks coming in to try and help out, but it's too little too late, and now he's going to be back in the garage as well. The mouse of Zepak and Nubic there. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is brilliant. Nomads is now the focus of attention. It's 2 against too many. Nomads is going to try and run. Sugar Magoo is going to chase him down. He tracks him. Sugar Magoo's carrying on, chasing him down. This is good, convincing stuff by Feast. Gives him a little smack. Now he's going to smack him even more. Smacky, there we go. Now we're going to turn back over here. We've just got a big mouse left. He ain't going to last. No, he's not. Oh, the shots are just pummeling into Nubic. And who's going to be the one to take the kill? It's going to be 007 James. No, it's Zepax in the mouse. So congratulations to Feast. They have victory today over GV. Really good stuff from both clans, however. And that's it, guys. That's it. Let's see who came third. It was Team ID into E7, and it was Team ID beating E7, so ID will most definitely be in the top 8. So the top 8 on Asia should be HLV, Feast, ENT, RN, GV, E7, Cats, and ID. That should be the top 8 for Asia. The top 16 for Asia should therefore be ECG, DER, PGMT, King, DTG, CAM, NQE7 and DCGTB, I believe, because I don't think any of those, no, BB, SQ, VIC, EGS, they weren't into today. So that should be your top 16 and top 8 here on Asia. That's it, guys. It's all over. Next time we are here, it will be for the Pro Series in 5 days' time, starting on the 19th. Until then, I've been Fujit. You lot have been excellent. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for coming to support the stream. I'd like to say a massive GG to all the clans we've seen today. That goes to Cam, E7, GV, and Feast. They've given us some wild entertainment. It's been great fun. So until the next time, guys, like I said, I'm back again later with EU for the final PYS there, followed by NA for the final PYS there. And then we get a break. So until the next time, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have fun, guys, and really enjoy the rest of your day. And until the next time, cheerio from me.